For a staff member to manage or add relationships within the client profile on the left-hand side, expand the relationships tab, and then we can go plus family member. From here, we have a few things that we can set up, such as all transactions for this account is paid by. So we can either indicate that the client that we're going to be adding as a relationship will be paying for themselves moving forward, or right now you'll see the word me because I'm logged in as myself, but in the event that I was another client, it would actually say the name Carrie Lee under here. So in this case, I'm just going to say this client is going to be paying for themselves moving forward. Over here, I can set up the relationship. Let's just say the relationship is a spouse. We can put that in here. And then underneath, this is the important part of indicating whether this client already exists in the system. If they do, we want to find them in our database, right? By typing in their name and clicking on add. In the event that they're not in our database, we want to then add them as a new client, which is this form underneath here. So we can go ahead and add the name. And then next, the email address. We have to indicate whether use my email, so it'll be the email of our client Carrie Lee here, or create a new login account. In this case, since they're spouses, they do have their own separate emails. That's great. We can go ahead and create a new account and add an email in here. In the event, maybe let's say it's a child that we're adding and the child is not of age yet, hence they don't have their own email, we can then choose it to use the maybe the parent or the guardian's email, which will then be use my email. Okay. In this case, we'll create a brand new one. Let's just say it is, okay, so we'll just go ahead and add something in here. We'll set up a password for them. It's okay, it doesn't really matter what you set up here because when they get the email to activate their account, it's going to ask them to reset their passwords anyway. So this here doesn't really matter once we set this up. And then underneath, obviously, anything else that may be important, we can go ahead and add those in, or if it's mandatory that we must fill it in, we can. We can go ahead, just, fill out whatever we need to. And then once that's done, we've set this up, we can create an account. And once this is done, you'll actually notice that it's brought us to Wesley's profile here in this case, but still under profile details, I can see the transaction rules that we've set up and the relationship. And on the left-hand side of relationships, we'll now see a bubble number one. If I expand it, I'll actually see Carrie's name here. And if I click on Carrie, it'll bring me right back to Carrie's account.